Hey, what's up? Rich Lucas, Breaking Boundaries Bootcamp. A couple of weeks ago, I did a webinar on how to lose 14 pounds in 28 days. Didn't want you to miss out on it, so what I've done is I've put it together for you in this video. So what we're going to go through in this video is all the techniques I know how to lose 14 pounds in 28 days. Stick about to the end, and I will give you some nice free bonuses. So there's a nice incentive for you. So let's get you started on this. So I'm going to start it right now from the beginning. Right. So yeah, but the story behind it was as part of my Facebook group. I love fat loss and fitness. If you don't like it, get over there. I do some really good motivational tips on there and some good pointers. Facebook.com/I love fat loss and fitness. They asked me to put on a webinar. And the webinar was to put out my information as best I know of how to get into severely good shape very quickly. Okay, as you may or may not know, I run an online program called the Fat Loss Renegade Project, and we deliver insane results in 28 days, and that is purely online, only using bodyweight exercises. We'll talk about that later. This is just some free information for you of how yourself can get yourself into good shape really quick. So I lose 14 pounds in 28 days. I'm based in Bristol. I do a fitness bootcamp in Bristol, and there's the URL: fitnessbootcampbristol.com and fatlossrenegadeproject.com. Right, so thank you very much for attending. We're going to talk about the underground fat loss and fitness secrets that not many people outside the fitness industry know. I'm going to try and relate this into a workable method for you. I mean, I know a lot of people, they read these glossy magazines, and there seems to be a diet every week in there, okay? Most of it's complete rubbish. This is all stuff that works in the real world, and I make it work time and time again with my clients. It said this was a webinar, so it says I'll answer any questions at any point. Use the box in the corner. If you're watching this on YouTube, just pop your comments underneath. And at the end, I'm going to give you some bonuses. So you could always fast forward it, but I wouldn't, because I got some good information to share. Okay, so who am I? Why should you listen to me? Excuse me, that's me there. My name's Rich Lucas. I'm a Reps Level 3 personal trainer. I create the Fat Loss Renegade Project, fast weight loss for women. I also run, as I mentioned, a fitness boot camp in Bristol. It's right in the centre of Bristol, in Bristol Dance Space. We train in the mornings, but we are setting up lunchtime boot camps and evening boot camps too. I'm the creator of I Love Fat Loss and Fitness on Facebook. It's got over 2,500 likes now. I've got 10 years experience, and I get results time and time again. So this is just some of the proof where I get results from. You can see the before and after pictures there. You can see the vast amount of testimonials that we've got. So what we do works, and that's the main thing. Okay, so the agenda that we're going to talk about is a proven and natural safe formula. There's no pills or anything like that, or potions, that I use time and time again to take 9 pounds off my client in 1 week in some occasions. Also, how the order of your food can affect your weight loss, how certain healthy foods can keep you overweight, how we can remove stubborn fat from the hard areas like the thighs and the bum and the top of the arms, why some gym classes can keep you out of shape, how to turn on your fat burning hormones, and why sleep and stress can affect your fat loss goals. Okay, so the first thing I talked with the guys, if you were on the webinar, we actually went into quite detail. I'm just glossing over it just to give you a taste of it. I asked them, is it really about weight? Is it weight that you want to lose? Is it inches you want to lose? Is it or is it something more than that? Is it more along the lines of confidence, or gaining more happiness, or having more energy, and you think the weight loss will get you there? So what it come down to, what the general consensus was at the seminar, was most people said, yeah, it's not about weight for me. It's not about inches for me. Really, it is, but it isn't. But really speaking, I know that if I'm lighter and if I'm smaller, I'll feel happier, I'll be more confident, and I'll be able to get on more. And really speaking, that's what we were coming down to. And I think this is something that not enough people address. It's all about really gaining that confidence and gaining that pleasurable feeling. So long story short, you want to gain that pleasurable feeling, so you want to develop a confidence in yourself that you believe weight loss will give you, and that's really what it comes down to. And if we can't develop that and get that in our minds, all we're doing is dieting, and that's just shit. Okay, so we talked a little bit about how to remove self-doubt and develop confidence before we even start. So we said about, first of all, setting a criteria. So rather than saying I don't feel confident in something, you say, I don't feel confident at this moment in time, but when I achieve X, I will feel confident. So, for example, in this case, I don't feel confident yet, but when I'm in a size 12, I will feel more confident, for example. The next one is start slow and build up. One of the biggest reasons why people fail is they go right into it. They go hell for leather for like a week, 2 weeks, but because their exercise is so hard that it's not sustainable long term, they fall off the bandwagon. Okay, so you start slow and you build up slowly in accordance with your energy levels and your time. Also note when you do things right. When you're doing things right, write it down. We're too quick to beat ourselves up, but when you do things right, go back and notice and just give yourself a little bit of credit for that. This was a hard one. Think of 10 good things about you before you start your diet, okay? You ask, and this is a very British thing, very Bristolian thing. You ask someone, you say, listen, give me 10 bad things about yourself, and they'll fire out 10 bad things, no problem. You say, give me 3 good things about yourself, and they'll take ages, okay? So think of 10 good things before you diet. We said if you're not ready for the gym, don't go, train at home, and life's too short not to be confident. Get out there and do what you do. Okay, so that's the first thing we talked about was confidence before we even started. Then we got how to get and stay motivated. Just got a picture of my family there. That's my motivation right there. But what it comes down to is all motivation is self-motivation. Okay, we either avoid pain or see pleasure. We don't want no one can motivate us, if that makes sense. Someone can manage the environment, so you can motivate yourself, but no one can directly motivate us. We get what we want when we crave the end result more than we talked about, more than what we crave right now. So if in 28 days you want to be a dress size down, if in 28 days you want visible abs, if you want that more than what you want the pizza on that particular night, you're going to get results. Okay, so the motivation and the drive must be really strong. Okay, and you remind yourself of this every single day. Right, okay, so then we get onto the nitty-gritty of it. We said, what we're going to forget, suspend your belief. Because, I mean, there's loads of gyms out there, there's loads of fitness solutions out there. What I said is suspend your belief, okay? And people think this works. Zumba, jogging, gym classes, endless cardio, resistance machines at the gym, calorie counting, surgery, cleanse pills, meal replacements, any quick fix like that. What I said on the webinar, what I said in the seminar was it doesn't work. I want you to think that for the time being, and we're going to go back to basics. Okay, so I went through the key rules of exercise, and this is important. We talked about lots of different forms like metabolic resistance training, HIIT training, high intensity interval training, but it all comes down to some very basic things. Like, first of all, they must be progressive and overload your body. That's the most important thing. That's why a lot of classes don't work, because they don't progress you every week. You do the same class time and time again. You stay in the same shape. And be honest, look around your gym classes. Don't they all look the same? They don't really change in shape very much. Once you get to a stage where you only got a stone to lose, you have to really change it up, okay? So your exercises must get progressively more difficult as the weeks go on, and they must overload your body. You need to make your lifts as compound as possible, so multi-joint. We're talking clean and press, deadlift, squat, bench press, pull-up, burpees, kettlebell work, anything where you're using lots of different muscles at the same time. It's brilliant for fat loss. It generates lots of oxygen, lots of heat, and it'll burn more calories. Reps should be between 8 and 15. I'd actually go 8 to 12 on that one, okay? Heavy as you can, so you exhaust between 8, 12, maybe even 15, and you do between 3 to 5 sets. Your cardio that you do, forget your long boring plod cardio. It doesn't work. Think about it. Where's the best bodies? Is it in the gym, in the cardio area, or is it in the weights room? Okay, it's the weights room, isn't it? Okay, that's obvious. Your cardio session, 2 of them a week. You should be doing sprints, sprints on the treadmill, sprints on the bike, sprints on the cross trainer. Doesn't really matter. Or you should be doing things like kind of circuits with your body weight press ups, sit ups, that kind of thing. Bodyweight cardio, metabolic resistance training, or HIIT cardio. If you enjoy it, you're probably not doing it right. Never a true word spoken in jest. If you enjoy going to the gym, other than a masochistic thing, you're probably not doing it right. You need to make it intense for it to count. And each session should take no more than 45 to 50 minutes. Anything more than that, your body starts secreting a stress hormone called cortisol. You start secreting that cortisol, and what then happens is you start to store more fat around your abdominal area, and lots of other problems, particularly if you don't. The other thing cortisol is a problem with is if you don't sleep, if you drink too much, you take in too much sugar, that can cause the same effect. Okay, so it's a stress hormone called cortisol. If you're interested in looking that up. So that's the key rules of exercise. Key rules of nutrition that we spoke about. The very basic. Stay within your calories. Okay, work out your basal metabolic rate and stay within those. Avoid wheat, dairy, wheat, gluten, dairy, sugar, caffeine, alcohol, and any processed or packaged foods. All these things cause inflammation in the body and cause toxic buildup. Now, if your body's clearing out toxins, your body's not going to be able to burn fat as efficiently. So if you've drunk a lot of alcohol, if you've drunk a bit of alcohol, your liver is working to clear out the alcohol out your body. It doesn't have time to then go and burn fat. All right. Things like dairy can cause again, inflammation in the body, can cause buildup of phlegm. It's not great. A lot of us are allergic to dairy. A lot of us are allergic to wheat and gluten, and I've had clients who only quit dairy for a week and they lose 7 pounds really quickly. So all those foods there are foods that you just need to cut out, really. Cut out for 14 days. You can reintroduce them back in after that, but to start with, it works really well. Go for organic, free-range and grass-fed meat, fish, fresh fruit, vegetables, nuts, seeds, pulses, quinoa, things like that. That's the best way to eat. As I say, eat like a caveman. Fats are bad. Okay, the 80s give fat a bad name. Okay, animal fats are bad. Vegetable fats are good. So go for coconut oil. Coconut oil is very thyroid regulating, really good for you. Extra virgin olive oil, macadamia oil, organic butter, almond butter. Okay, you don't want to have loads of it, but a little bit of fat in your diet can really help you burn fat, believe it or not. Put there, the more heavy it's marketed, the more heavy it would make you. So when you see these diet foods or these health foods going out, forget it. Just forget about it, because all it does is it's probably got a shitload of stabilizers in it and God knows what. Your best bet is to stick with natural single ingredient foods. If it comes in a box, it will put you in a box. All right. If it's being preserved, if it comes in a box, it'll probably put you in an early grave. So keep away from it. And a lot of these are health foods. A lot of these, they say the health food this, health food that. Eat this. If it's the rule of thumb I use is if it's advertised, if it's in your face, and it's all bright colours and nice, pretty packaging, step away from it. Stick with your farm-fed foods. Stick with your single ingredient foods. Okay, chicken, broccoli, potatoes. You can have all that. Stick with those. Okay, so then we went on about lifestyle choices. And a couple of things I put is get up and go to bed at the same time. What I talked about cortisol earlier is very prevalent there. Okay, your body will regulate the way that you secrete cortisol. Very important. Drink 3 litres of water. The more water you have, the more all the nutrients get mobilised to the different parts of the body where it needs it. Okay, it hydrates you, it sorts your joints out, and it acts as a thermogenic property, which means you burn more fat. And I love this one. Avoid friends who push you to eat badly. Okay, do they have your best interests at heart? Okay, if your friends are saying, "Oh, come on, there's nothing of you, you're boring and all that," yeah, tell them to piss off. If you're on a way that you're going to get healthy and get fitter and look better, they're not real friends, are they? Okay, next one, getting a fresh air for at least 15 minutes a day. This is going to give you vitamin D, which strengthens your bones, which helps you burn more fat. Otherwise, if you're indoors for a lot of the time, you may want to be supplementing with a vitamin D. And avoid stressful situations where possible. That goes back to the cortisol that we spoke about. Okay, so I'm going through this quite quickly because I don't want it to be a long video, really, because it'll bore you. We talked a little bit about the fat-burning hormones. So 4 main ones. I didn't put adrenaline in there, but leptin, ghrelin, insulin, and cortisol. Adrenaline should be there too, but it's not. Leptin is found in the white fat cells. It tells your brain whether you are full. So it acts like a fuel gauge to your body. If you're leptin resistant, if you've eaten a lot of bad food for a while, what could happen is those signals get mixed up and you don't really know when you're full. So this is why what we're going to talk about in a second is going to rebalance that hormone. Okay, ghrelin and leptin work side by side. Ghrelin is the I am hungry. It tells your brain when you're hungry and when to eat. Insulin, I put it down there as the fat storage. Insulin is a perfectly natural thing. What happens is when you finish eating, your body secretes insulin. For a while, once it finishes secreting insulin, it starts to secrete glucagon. Glucagon is when the fat burning starts. So this is why I say don't snack, and this is why snacking between meals isn't the best way to go. So insulin is the fat storage, and really speaking, what we're going to talk about next is going to balance all these out. And cortisol is a stress hormone. I already talked about cortisol, alcohol, sugar, caffeine, stressful situations, sleep. I've got a 17-month-old son. Yeah, and I put a bit of weight around my midsection when he was younger because of the lack of sleep. So it's definitely a real thing. So what we got to do is get these guys under control. Yeah, you've probably done Weight Watchers, you've probably done Slimming World, you've probably done all that, so you know about the calorie restriction. And long term, it doesn't work because what's the goal? Not eat anything? Exactly. So as long as you're within your calories, that's fine. By reducing inflammation and getting your fat burning hormones under control, you can burn more fat and look more defined and look more toned. So what I've got there is leave 4 to 6 hours between your meals. This allows insulin to be secreted and then glycogen to be secreted. Leave 12 hours between your evening meal and breakfast. The digestion happens and your leptin reserves are all in check. Don't snack because that interrupts the insulin glycogen release. And make each meal protein, carbohydrate, and for the best results, quinoa and sweet potato. Quinoa is a complete protein and it's a carbohydrate at the same time. Very, very good for you. And sweet potato's got lots of beta-carotene in it and lots of antioxidants and a good level of carbohydrate. And fat. So, for example, you could have boiled eggs, asparagus, and quinoa for breakfast. Maybe for lunch you could have a chicken breast with a baby leaf salad and sweet potato wedges, and then maybe for dinner you could go for green vegetables with a side of fish, maybe salmon or something like that. Okay, and if you eat like that, you're getting a good level of protein, a good level of carbohydrate, a good level of fats, plus your fat burning hormones are being looked after because they're in an environment where they can thrive. Yeah, cool. So, like I say, I mean, I am going through this quickly. If you've got any questions, chuck them in the comment box. I'll probably check them. Okay, so, and then we went a bit more advanced. We talked about carbohydrate cycling. Okay, carbohydrate cycling is where you, on the days that you do resistance training, you eat carbohydrates. On the days you don't, you stick to your green leafy vegetables and protein sources. You can go more advanced. I mean, on the Fat Loss Renegade project, we do 3 days low carb, 1 day high carb, and repeat. There's lots of different ways to do it. There's no right or wrong way. It's just ways that work and there's ways that don't work so well. The reason for this is when there's no carbohydrates in your body will use the fat as a fuel rather than carbohydrates. It also improves your insulin sensitivity. Okay, helps with a bit of detoxification of the body, and you'll become a more efficient fat burner long term. Okay, it's a really good strategy. Once you've done a resistance session, you need to get a protein and carbohydrate mixes in as soon as you can. I mean, this is why I do protein shakes. I'm not someone who says do 3 protein shakes a day, but it's just convenient to get protein in after your workout. Okay, so there's a few supplements to help with fat loss, and again, there's no magic pill. Get your diet sorted. Okay, you can have a greens detox drink. You can have a probiotic, fish oils, magnesium spray, coconut oil, and if you're undertaking a heavy weight training program, diet whey protein can always work because it's low calorie, high protein, and it gets into your body straight away. The biological value is very good, and it can also help with hunger. Some say it can help with fat burning. I'm not too sure. The one I do has got green tea extract in it and acai berry, which can work. But really speaking, think of it from a protein point of view, getting it into your body. Okay, so I'm running this right now. These are from the Fat Loss Renegade project, but also from the bootcamp that we do as well. These guys are all getting results. Okay, as you see, this is fast. These are fast results. 9 pound in 1 week there. We've got an 8 pound loss in 6 inches. Some genes getting fit. Like I say, it's not about weight loss really. It's about feeling better, feeling more confident, feeling more happy. So that's what we aim for. So guys like you are getting this done right now. Okay, so what I'm looking to offer you a fitness bootcamp 3-week trial. We do these week trials at the end of every month, the last week of every month. All you need to do is register for them, and we'll let you know when the next one is. Now they're located in Bristol City Centre. They're located on Bridewell Street, which is in Bristol dance space at the moment. We run them in the morning. We do a 7 a.m. one. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but we are launching a lunchtime one, which is going to be 12:30 to 1:15. We're going to be launching an evening one as well in due course, possibly to make sure that they're straight after work. Now, on some levels, on the top level, where you do the Fat Loss Renegade project and the bootcamp, we guarantee that you are going to drop our closing size. Otherwise, we'll give you your money back, and we'll run around with our trousers on our head. That's how much we believe it's going to work. You meet lots of new friends. We go out on socials all the time. Lots of banter on the Facebook group. Lots of support. It's not just about the workouts. Okay, that's the last thing that we worry about. It's about the diet. It's about the banter. It's about the camaraderie, and it's about the club atmosphere. Okay. So yeah, this is what you need to do. You need to go to www.fitnessbootcampbristol.com. I'm going to put that in the box underneath this video. You need to go to that and enter your name and your email. Okay, and that will register you for a free trial. We will be in touch, and we will tell you where to come and what to do and what to expect, and answer any questions that you have. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to do. If you live in if you work in the centre of Bristol or live in the centre of Bristol and you can make it to the city centre bootcamp, go to www.fitnessbootcampbristol.com and register for your free trial. Now, if you can't make bootcamp but you still want awesome results in 28 days, we do this too. We do this online. We work with people online all the time. Fat Loss Renegade Project. So, if you're in Bristol, go to fitnessbootcampbristol.com. If you're not in Bristol but you still want to get results, so you can't make bootcamp for whatever reason, go to www.fatlossrenegadeproject.com and that will register you for the Fat Loss Renegade Project, which is our online program. Okay, so just because you stayed to the end, I'm going to give you some free stuff. So if you go to http, I'll put this underneath as well, www.fatlossrenegadeproject free stuff. Go on there, and I've put up a sample carb cycling plan for you, and I've also put up several videos. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm going to put those links underneath this video. Thank you very much for listening, and have a great day.